respected principal, vice principal, teachers and parents. Thank you for the elaborate introduction. I always feel very happy when I address parents and teachers, because when you address one parent, actually you are touching minimum 3 lives. And I assure you that whatever you hear today, it will definitely have a long lasting impact on your own personal life as well as your role as a parent. Yeah, you can start the slides. My topic is sex education. Are we ready? I would like to ask all of you, are you ready?
Yes.
I realized in the morning when I was just going through my own slides that probably I have taken a very, very difficult task on myself. Difficult not because of the subject, because it is too huge a subject for me to do full justice in just one lecture. Usually when I take workshop, I take almost 2 days to explain everything that I feel like explaining it to parents of your age. And here I am supposed to deliver only in 1 hour lecture what I am supposed to be telling you. So it's going to be very difficult, and that reminds me a little anecdote. That once one man was talking on telephone very loudly, and his little child was playing around him. He was saying, no, I cannot wait for 3 months. आप चाहे तो ज़्यादा आदमी लगा दो, 3 shift में काम कराओ, but I want the construction to get over within 1 month's time. And he kept the phone down. His little child went near him and said, Papa, when am I going to get my younger brother? The papa said, at the moment your younger brother is in your mama's tummy. After 3 months, doctors will take him out and you are able to see him. He said, no, I cannot wait for 3 months. आप चाहे तो ज़्यादा आदमी लगा दो, 3 shift में काम कराओ, but I want my younger brother within 1 month's time. For me to do a complete justice to this topic in 1 hour lecture is a more difficult task than this, the demand of this little child. But I am going to attempt. Sexuality is a very, very powerful dimension of our life. It is one of the very, very powerful energies within us. All of us over here are born out of sex and through sex. And not only us, but the entire life on this earth is manifested through sex. That itself shows that how powerful is this energy. But besides being powerful, there is another aspect of this energy, that it is very, very unpredictable. What a person would behave under the influence of sexual arousal cannot be predicted. That is why there is a saying in Sanskrit that Kama Turanam na bhayam na lajja. That means once the person is aroused, you cannot predict how he would behave. There is a story in our scriptures that a great tapasvi like Vishwamitra, who had conquered all his senses through meditative practices, when Menaka danced in front of him and seduced him, he could not control himself. Even a great tapasvi like him could not control his sexual urge. It shows that the sexual energy is very, very powerful and very, very unpredictable. Of course, we have one of the recent examples also. What happens to a person when he is under the influence of sexual arousal? So this energy, which is very powerful and unpredictable, we can compare it with another equally powerful and unpredictable energy, that is electricity. Particularly when there is a lightning in the sky, it is very, very powerful and it is very, very unpredictable. Long back, human beings simply used to be scared of this energy, and they used to simply go and hide themselves in caves. But human beings did not remain scared of this energy. He studied the entire science behind electricity. All the characteristics, the entire physics behind electricity was studied, and today the same electricity has become our friend. This air conditioner, these lights, this presentation, this laptop, our entire life works on electricity. Same powerful and unpredictable energy has become our friend. Why? Because we have studied all the aspects, all the characteristics of this energy. Similarly, if we study the entire science behind sexual energy, even it can help us to uplift our spirits, better our lives, and grow and evolve as human beings. And India is probably the only country, and Indian culture is probably the only culture which had studied sexuality like a science and presented it like an art. India is the only country where you will find temples such as Khajuraho. Even today at Khajuraho and Konark, there are almost 44 temples. On the outskirts of these temples, there are several erotic sculptures. Now the historians say that it took more than 100 years for these temples to be built. And it took 3 generations of artists to build these temples. Now, just because artists felt like making these temples, it was not possible. The rulers of those days must have been in favor of it. Moreover, it must have required a lot of money. So even the rich class in those days was in favor of these temples. Also, these temples are built right in the center of a city. They are not some on the outskirts of the city. That shows even a common man was in favor of this. So, Indian culture shows that thousands of years ago we were so open to it. We studied it like a science because the oldest scripture on sexuality is from India. Parsayana's Kama Sutra as well as Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. These 2 very old scriptures are from India. We worship a symbol such as Shivlinga, which is a symbol of a union of Shiva and Parvati, sexual union of Shiva and Parvati. It is not Shiva's face. And you will not find not a single village in India where there is no Shiva's temple. But this is about thousands of years ago. What is the scene today? Parents don't talk about sex to their children. Teachers don't talk about this subject to their students. There is no sex education at schools. There is no sex education in college. There is no sex education even in a medical college.